Welcome to episode 3 of D3, Dominici's Discussions and Debates. I'm your host, Dominici Lapierre. Today is November 11th, 2025, and today I'm joined by both Ben Kelly of Montpelier, Vermont, and Blaise Weiss, or Blaise, how do you pronounce it? Weiss of Reedsboro, Vermont. They're both sophomores here at VTSU Castleton and both native Vermonters. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. And if you're listening, hi, Mom. To start, you guys I've known you guys since I've got here to Castleton.
Yeah,
and, I wanted to ask you, what was your guys' life back, in high school and at home? Like, you guys have any siblings? You can go one at a time or however you want to cut it up. Are you guys close with your siblings? What's that like? We'll start with you, Ben, and then go to Blaise.
Like you want my what happened in high school or just family?
Either, Start kind of that time before you got to college.
I have a sister. I have one sister. I live with my whole family, so my parents are still together. Unlike most families this day, apparently. But yeah, my sister, I lived with them. I was going to high school. I swapped my junior year to start going to a technical center. CVCC, big ups to them. Don't get it mixed up with CCV.
Big ups to CCP?
No. Don't get it mixed up with CCV, brother.
Oh,
it's CVCC.
CVCC.
Central
Okay.
Vermont Career Center.
Say that again. What's the acronym stand for?
Central Vermont Career Center.
Okay, that was the high school.
No, so that was the technical center, the career center. And so in that I took culinary. I basically did a year of culinary school and a year of graphic design and digital media school. So that was my high school experience. It was pretty awesome, to be honest.
Okay. What about you, Blaise?
As for me, I grew up in Reedsboro, and I went to high school in Brattleboro, but I was in a similar situation with Ben where I went to a career center, the WRCC, but instead of doing a year of culinary and then a year of graphic design, I did just straight 2 years of culinary. So high school was broken up from half the day of normal school classes, and then half the day would be focused on culinary work. So I would do that, and then, yeah.
Do you ever use that culinary degree at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've been to a few culinary competitions. That was pretty fun. I got some scholarships, but I mean, I still like to cook. I try and do it when I'm home on vacations, but I think it was definitely worth investing my time in a skill type of schooling.
Okay. And Ben, you're from Montpelier, which is kind of more urban than I would say, somewhat than. Or let me ask you, would you say it's more urban than Castleton?
It's kind of in between being Castleton and being Rutland, where it's not full of people.
Less urban than Rutland?
Yeah, less urban than Rutland, but definitely it's definitely a town. It's not a street.
It's Vermont's capital, right?
It is Vermont's capital, yeah. So we got a building with a shiny little dome on it, and we got a tiny little museum and a bunch of law houses and the DMV. Whew.
The DMV.
We got that, bro. That got a big building. I'll be honest. That's like a 4-story building. That's tall for Montpelier. I'll tell you what.
Don't mind her, dude. I got nervous that the mics were messed up. That's the president of the radio club checking for me. Shout out to her. Good looks. But yeah. What about you? I'm assuming Reedsboro is very rural.
Super rural. It's one of those one street towns. We got Main Street, but that's about it. You got a inn, you got a general store, and that's actually it for the whole town. that's it. You got a library attached to a school, but that's it.
Would you say it's pretty similar to Castleton?
Certain parts of Castleton, yes. I think this street right off campus is kind of a little similar situation to what we got, where a lot of the attractions to this area is on that one street. We kind of have that in Reedsboro, but it's mostly a residential town. It's not really bumping or anything.
Where do you guys go to do stuff then?
I mean, I would have to go
the woods.
Yeah, the woods. That's a great place. Caves.
The woods.
But no, I went to Wilmington sometimes. A lot of the time.
How far was the drive to Wilmington?
Wilmington, I mean, it's only 15 minutes, but I would,
Damn.
if I wanted to do something for an activity on a vacation or a weekend, that would definitely be at least to Brattleboro or farther, which is 40, 50 minutes. So
Damn.
It definitely took a lot more effort to like go out to the mall or do something fun.
Do you have a car though?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so I was gonna say it wasn't like you were ever like fucked in those situations.
No, not really. No.
So like, okay, then I'll start with you, Ben. Do you ever get really homesick? Do you ever like miss Montpelier? Outside of your family, obviously, and stuff. Do you ever? Because like Justice is from Hawaii. Like he, when we talked about being homesick on an episode, he talked about being homesick also like for the area and the climate and the social state, like missing the whole experience of being home. Do you ever have that or not really?
Not in the slightest, to be honest. Yeah, I'll be straight up. Just not even a little bit, bro. Castleton is exactly like Montpelier. Well, not exactly like Montpelier, but like it's just Montpelier, but all my friends live in the same building as me, so I don't have to drive 5 minutes to get to their house, which isn't actually that bad of a drive, but like it's a bit of a roadblock.
So you just don't, none at all?
I mean, I like being able to flex that I'm from Montpelier, but I don't actually like being in Montpelier. It's just pretty boring. We basically, I mean, Blaise just ran through what he did. It's just like hop in the woods, but like that's basically what I would do, except we have, for some, I can't even tell you why we have this, but we had the world's largest concrete pool for like 50 years until Dubai took it over and put it on the top of a roof.
How big was it?
Dude, it's big. It's like a few million gallons. Like it's,
why?
I don't know.
How does that even
end?
Like Dubai, I understand how that would end up there. How does that end up in Montpelier?
I don't even know, bro. You should
Did
see
people
a photo
use it a lot?
Yeah, it's very popular. I mean, it's a big pool. We got like a 2-story diving board on it. Like I don't know. It's just there.
That's actually insane.
Yeah, so it's either like that, which you can't do in the winter, or go to a lake. Big ups the Wrightsville Reservoir. That's a great swimming spot too. It's basically swim. You got swim. You got go into the woods. So I'm not missing too much because it's kind of what we have here.
It's
in
the
Castleton.
same thing we have in Castleton.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the same climate. It's actually a little warmer, a little less snow.
Dude, it's. I noticed that a lot of small towns have like one niche, like world record or oddly attractive thing. Like you'll just be in some random ass town. Like we'll be in some random ass town in the way to a tournament, and it'll be like world's biggest pumpkin.
Yeah.
World's biggest squash, and it's like that's the whole thing.
Vermont has the tallest filing cabinet in the world for some reason.
You said biggest filing cabinet?
Yeah.
Why? Where is that?
I don't even know. I don't know where it is. I just know about it because it's just like a fun fact, I guess.
My question is, what practical... This is just so silly. That's such a silly use of... What is being filed? Like, you know what I'm saying? In the big-ass filing. Burlington. Oh, bruh. I just Googled it. It's in Burlington.
Also Burlington? Mm.
The world's biggest filing Bro, this is silly.
How tall is it?
This is silly.
It's
I'll
tall.
show you. When it loads, I'll flip it around. This is silly. This has got to be a 30, 40-foot, like,
oh my God.
filing cabinet.
There's no way it's in use, right?
This is silly.
That's just gotta be for the...
Oh, yeah,
Are you seeing that? They can't see it, but Google it. This is silly.
Did you see the pool, though?
I did not. I'll pull that up.
That's big, bro. That's big.
Wow, that's a pool?
Yeah, that's a pool.
Wow, that looks like a lake. That's actually crazy.
That's the pool.
That's insanity.
That's for a town of 10,000 people, by the way.
Okay.
Is it often active there, or is it like...
Dude, it is bumping.
Ooh.
It is bumping. Well, what else are we going to do?
That's a good point, yeah.
I mean, when the whole town's empty and you have, like, the second biggest swimming pool in the universe. Like...
No. It's not even that big for a pool for today's standards. It's just made out of concrete, which for some reason is its own record. Because most pools aren't, I guess. It's more of a lagoon. You remember Mr. Lagoon?
No.
That's a niche poll on TikTok. I do. People would pay like $5,000 to have a lagoon put in their yard.
It was not. It was not like 5,000. It was like 75,000.
Oh,
and it was a
was
puddle.
it really?
Yeah,
dude.
the little backyard
And it's a puddle.
oasis. Yeah.
It's a puddle.
Dude,
They dig a
it was a
2-foot
puddle.
hole.
I did see one of his better works, and I gotta say they did look like a lagoon, though.
When they actually
good.
do it for real.
Yeah, when they did it for real, they did look pretty sick.
Yeah, when you pay, if you're willing to drop $10 million on a
Dude, it
pool's
was like-
worth of water with a tree,
150 bands for a puddle.
It's crazy.
Pretty deep, maybe. You can't jump in it.
No, you can maybe lay in it. You can put a lawn chair in there, but like
Could maybe get one of those like floating swans.
Dude.
that would be lit.
Okay, Blaise.
Yeah.
Do you have any? So you told me this before. You have a brother, correct?
I do have a twin.
How? Oh, you're twins. I was
Yes,
just gonna
twins.
ask how old he is, but
Twin and them.
Twin and a.
what does he do?
He's also in school. He's at UVM right now. He's working to change his major, I believe, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong.
When you transfer, are you gonna live with him?
We thought about it, but I think if I do transfer, I'm gonna try and just roll the dice with a random, because I feel like that way I'm guaranteed to have to push myself to go out, do things, make new friends, instead of just having my brother bring me places. So.
Okay. I mean, what would you say he does? I'm sorry, major.
Yeah. I believe he's changing his major to something else right now. So
Okay. So he's not sticking with it. And then I'll just skip to the bottom of some of my questions, because you bring up UVM, and I had some UVM questions for the end. As native Vermonters, you guys probably talk to a lot more native Vermonters than I do, at least, and maybe not compared to other kids.
Spoken to one or two in my life.
a few native Vermonters.
In my life.
How do you think, as a whole, like VTSU is perceived as an entire entity, not just Castleton, versus UVM? Do you feel like we're kind of like perceived as a shittier UVM?
I think in some cases, sometimes yes, but I think also it's a pretty fair assumption that UVM is just going to be a different type of school than here. We're much more rural. We're a smaller campus, less faculty, less students, of course. So I feel like it's what you can get with what's in normal Vermont, because I think Burlington is often looked at as an exception of what Vermont is sometimes.
Can I have a favor? Can one of you guys snap into your mic for me? Again? Alright, I think we're good. I can't tell if we're good. We're gonna run it. I can't tell if we're good. We're gonna run it. Well, it's like, I mean, like you said, people don't really understand Vermont. Like, it's weird. Since I've been here as a New Yorker, it's so much different than it's perceived. How do you guys feel about the VTSU merger, though? Like, how did you feel when it...
As a Vermonter, as a Castleton student.
Well, I think it happened... Did it happen before you guys committed?
Yeah,
it was
happened
the year
before.
Yeah.
Because I had always kind of knew I was going here, so I was pissed because I wanted to go to Castleton University. But how did you guys feel coming into VTSU Castleton?
Well, for me, I gotta be honest, I wasn't actually planning to go to college, so I kind of just picked Castleton because it was just like UVM's seen as more prestigious, I guess, which I don't know. I don't think it's any better than Castleton, in my opinion. Like, it's definitely it's just different, but the Castleton was a lot more accepting for me as like not fully knowing what I was gonna do, and kind of just like I knew I had an interest for business and things like that, but I wasn't really ready to apply to colleges when the applications were due, and Castleton gave me a little bit of leeway. So I don't really know what it was like before the merger.
What were you planning on doing? Did you have a plan?
Like I said before, when I was in high school, I was doing the tech center, so I had a lot of background in culinary, so I was either planning on going to like work in restaurants or something like that, or I was gonna maybe do something in media with like graphic design, maybe work on advertising and things like that. But I realized that neither of those pay very well, and I like living. So,
well, since you've been here, you now have it seems like you have a pretty good idea of what you want to do. You're a business administration. I think all three of us are business administration, right?
Yeah.
And you are, I believe, double concentration in accounting and marketing.
So I wish I could be double concentration so
You're not
bad.
Just marketing?
I have to do just accounting.
Oh, okay, just accounting.
Because we don't have a lot of accounting classes, and so I have to take them very specific times, and it's a bit of a struggle for some of them. Like next semester, I have to take accounting, like pre-accounting 1 and 2 at the same time, which they're meant to stack on top of each other knowledge-wise.
So that's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be a fun time. But the accounting one is technically, like, I could technically just go through it all as fast as I could. It's an asynchronous class, so.
Okay. And yeah, you know, you talk a lot. You're studying Japanese.
I am studying Japanese.
You want to move to Japan. What about the Japanese language and the culture and the country? What about all that they got going on is so attractive to you?
So funnily enough, I actually just, like, as a kid, I've always wanted to, like, learn more about Japan, and it has nothing to do with the culture at all, but it was just because my mom lived in Japan in high school, and so I was like, that's pretty sick. I want to try that, and that got me into Japan. And
Why was she over there?
Huh?
You said your mom lived there?
Yeah,
Why was she there?
She was an exchange student.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so she was an exchange student in high school, and so that got me interested because we had a bunch of, like, Japanese dictionaries and a few books in Japanese, and so I was like, I kind of grew up around more of, like, the less of, like, the anime and more popular Japanese media, and more of, like, the, like, quieter and more, like, day-to-day Japan. And that got me interested in it, which is not, I would say, the normal path for someone to be interested in Japan.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Well, it's like, when you get over there, you're planning on teaching or professing or something like that?
So I'm planning on studying in Japan next year. I still need to apply to that, actually, but
You're welcome for reminding you.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm planning on studying there and then probably just coming back and then getting a job here.
Oh, so you weren't planning on staying?
Well, maybe. It's just, this is a bit of a deep dive, but the Japanese economy is kind of buns. So they don't pay too much compared to the U.S. So.
Is there, what's their price of living, though?
It's very cheap. It's very cheap.
So that balances out if they're paying you less.
Yeah, I mean, sort of, but it's like I have debt in America though for, like, going to school and things like that I will need to pay off. So.
Oh, so if you're trying to pay it off with their currency,
yeah.
It's gonna be okay. I feel you.
So, it's kind of like a pick your poison, but it's definitely doable in both scenarios. It's just way easier for me to just live in America too.
Would you ever plan on going back and living in Japan later in life or no?
It depends on how much I like it. I mean,
You've never been there yet?
I've not been able to go yet. I had a few times where we planned on taking a trip, like me and my mom planned on taking a trip, but it always fell through due to, like, time constraints or things like that.
Mm-hmm. My brother serves in the Army, and he's in Fort Sill, Oklahoma now. And his first 2 years were in South Korea. And we were going to visit him, and it was the same thing. It just never lined up. We visited him since he's been to Oklahoma, but we were going to visit him when he was still in South Korea, and it just timing-wise never lined up.
Yeah, it turns out Asia's far away.
Yeah. Dude, I guess it's actually, you can't go there in a car, I guess. Yeah. You can't just drive on down to like South Korea.
20-hour flight or something. I want to visit Korea so bad, though.
No,
Do you have a place you want to visit, or what?
I mean, Seoul.
Seoul, yeah.
My brother lived right outside of Seoul.
That's cool.
He went into Seoul a few times. He sent me pictures. Dude, it's so crazy. Their, like, architecture, like, and their whole, like, aesthetic, it deadass looks like cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It does sometimes, yeah.
Dude,
well, they basically are cyberpunk.
It looks like the background of Lo-Fi Study, and I'm not even playing, bro. I not even like the pictures. I know you're like, probably because it's a picture of Korea, but like just the drawings of, like, random towns where it's like, you know what I mean? What do they call that? Like the pastel. That's like for real for them. That's like their actual vibe, and it's like, I would be pissed if I got up in the morning and, like, I had to go to work mad early, or I was trying to go to the gym, and I woke up, got flashbanged by the lights in my house, and then got flashbanged even worse by the 90 billboards on my street, fluorescent flashing and shit.
Yeah.
But no, it's beautiful, though. I'm not going to hate on it. It is nice.
Nah, but Korea low-key is cyberpunk, though.
Dude,
they're owned by, like, 5 companies.
It's crazy. That's so...
Pick up Samsung.
Big up,
We
Sam.
love
When
it.
I want to visit, love Samsung.
Word.
Love-
Plus 20,000 social credit.
I
in
love China.
Korea. Plus 20,000 social
No,
credit.
China's underrated. I want to visit China.
I did too when I was younger.
When you were younger?
Yeah.
Why not now?
Well, I think if I
Be
visited
careful with that
a
answer.
different place.
I don't want my social credit. You're on my show. I don't want my social
I
credit
know,
to go
I
down.
know.
You want me to have to do a John Cena apology next episode? Ping chilling. And that's not offensive. That is the words he used, by the way. He literally said.
Yeah.
And I don't even think they were mad that he butchered it. I think they were
No,
just
he
happy
didn't
with
even
his
butcher
effort.
it.
Is that no? That's
No,
how
he
you.
dead
That's how
ass-
you say it.
He deadass knows Mandarin, I swear.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, shout out Taiwan. I don't care. Shout out Taiwan.
Shout out Taiwan. I love the semiconductors.
I will absolutely not be doing an apology like John Cena. I'm good.
I don't.
Taiwan exists. Taiwan absolutely exists.
I love semiconductors, so I can't even
This guy
deny
loves
it.
semiconductors.
I do, bro. Taiwan #1.
Blaise right now stance on semiconductors.
If I knew what they were, I'd probably love them. But
Facts, okay.
Yeah.
You don't know
Okay.
what they are?
No.
Oh my god. This loser.
I've heard of them, but I'm going to be completely honest. I have forgore what semiconductors are.
They're basically the chips that run computers.
Oh.
Okay, I thought so. I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I should have guessed. I shouldn't have second guessed myself.
Yeah.
No.
Yep, and you lost the chance.
And now my social credit went down anyway for saying Taiwan's real.
yeah,
So
I
I'm
know.
0-2 now. It's over.
I mean, if we're playing golf, you got a good chance of winning.
That's a good point. That's a
But-
good point. Ben, or I said Ben and looked at Blaise. Sorry, Blaise.
Yeah.
Because I was reading the thing. What are you thinking? Where you would ideally live? Are you staying in Vermont your whole life?
I think Vermont is a good place to live once you've figured out everything you want to do and have done it. But I think if you want to continue living an active life, Vermont is probably not the best place to do it just because of how remote it is. It's also quite expensive to live here as well, so it's not a great place to start a fresh life out of college or something like that.
You know what else I've noticed? For one of my classes, I had to write a thing, and when I did my I called them the pilot episodes because I just went around with my MacBook when I started this and just used Apple voice memos, and I used my phone for the first one. The way it all started was I had to do a podcast with a professor for my media writing class, and I was like, wow, this is really fun. I can build a portfolio. All I do my whole life is yap anyway. I talk in my sleep. It pisses my
That's
girlfriend
true.
off. It's all I do is yap, so I just get to do what I already do. And I guess this counts as, doing work. It's doing stuff.
Yeah.
But, basically, I was doing research for justice. We talked about Hawaii, and it's so expensive to live there, and you do not get paid a lot. It's really hard to be a Hawaiian, honestly. And we were going into that. And when I was looking up stats, Vermont, every time I would pull a stat for Hawaii, Vermont would be 2-3 behind out of all
Really?
50 states. For percentage rise in homelessness, I'm forgetting the exact number, but Hawaii's number 1, Vermont's 4 or 5 if I'm not mistaken. It's bad, dude. There's so
We don't
much
have enough houses.
there's so
Yeah.
much homelessness in Vermont. And I don't know, do you guys see that in your towns? Is there a lot of homeless people where you guys are from?
There's a lot of people
Yeah.
struggling, but
There's so
my town
many.
is just too
And
small to have
Montpelier.
homeless
There's
people.
so many.
I
Montpelier.
hear there's a lot in Burlington too.
We have.
It's a tragic thing. I'm not trying to make fun of anyone.
So there's this path from basically my high school through the whole town, and I would walk it to get back to my house, and I would walk the path, and there'd be at least 10 homeless people always camped out at
a few specific parts in the path, and it was just it sucked to see because it would make the rich people mad because they were like, why do I have to look at these dirty homeless people? And then the homeless people are just trying to survive, and they got to deal with these cold ass winters, and we can't build more houses because there's so many environmental laws, and the people that own houses want to keep their housing prices high, so they don't let us build anymore, and it's just it's a vicious cycle.
Well, Justice was talking about where he's from. Yeah, he's from, I forget the exact name of his town, but I believe he's from somewhere in Honolulu. and they have like a whole tent city set up on the beach. And fortunately for them, they don't really get the winters, but they're not like lucking out, dude. It's so hot there all the time, and you're in a tent, so it's not really like. I mean, if I had to choose one of the two, I'd rather be homeless in Hawaii than Vermont. But still,
I don't
like,
know, because in
it's-
Vermont you can just, start walking south if you start getting a little cold. But
In Hawaii, you're a little trapped.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not able to actually just walk south. I wish that was the case, but
I was gonna say, I don't know how far you would go, guy. It's all woods.
I mean, you could definitely just like I'll tell you what, a bus ride just down is a lot cheaper than a flight.
Oh, 100%.
So
Migrating is definitely easier in the continental U.S.
yeah,
In Alaska, dude, like, it's so crazy. Like, continental U.S. is so much different than Alaska and Hawaii. They're like their own countries, kind of. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're states, but I feel like they functionally operate more like Puerto Rico and Guam.
that's what
More
I was
like-
thinking.
Yeah,
Like, why
they're
can't we
kinda-
throw Puerto Rico and Guam on there? Besides the racist part of
100%.
America,
I don't. And the thing that bugs me is if you look, like, so we own them, we control them. They're not allowed to have independent
They
military.
use our currency.
Yeah, they're not allowed to do anything on their own legislation wise, but they don't get senators, but they don't get representatives.
It's the same with DC,
To me,
and we tax them.
yeah,
That was the whole
and
thing.
we tax them, and we tax
That was
what
our
the
whole
other one,
thing,
Guam.
bro. Yeah, Guam.
And it's like, to me, like, that feels like taxation without representation. We own you, we get to do what we feel like, and then you have to deal with any consequence. Like, I saw a video recently on the internet, man. We give no money to infrastructure, and then we don't allow them to do a lot of, like, to make a lot of their own economic decisions. So there are so many people who have been living without power in Puerto Rico for, like, years.
Yeah. after the
Cracks in their
hurricane.
bathroom, cracks in their house. Some don't even have doors. The front doors are all fucked up. Like, to me, that's like, I don't even feel like that's like me being political. Is that just not like dickhead shit? Like,
Well,
No, I
pardon
think
my
that's, like-
language. I know I cuss a lot, but like, what are we doing?
That's
Like,
pretty fair.
Well, you're
Me.
kind of forgetting one thing is that they don't have nukes. So
that's
like,
a good point.
why do we need to take care
Respect
of
them.
Yeah.
I noticed that ideology so much lately. So much. Like, especially since I've started doing this. And I mean, you guys know me. I try not to anymore. I really make an effort, but I try not to spam my social media with political shit or with, like, worldly stuff. I really try not to. But sometimes I just see something and I'm like, bro, I'm ignorant if I don't say this is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like an obligation sometimes to, like, even if no one listens, I feel like I at least gotta make the attempt to be like, this is not right. Like,
It's every time I try and talk to Aiden. Sorry.
You don't say last name. It rhymes with Boo Belt.
I
Aiden
didn't,
Bowie.
I didn't say your last name.
Aiden Bowie. I love him. I'll tell him.
Or-
You can listen. I'll tell him.
Or Raw won't get mad if I say him. Every time I see one of Raw's Instagram posts, I'm just like, Raw, what are we thinking?
I don't know if you've ever watched the Boondocks, but he reminds me a lot of Uncle Ruckus.
Dude, he does.
Oh my god,
He's
for
racist
real.
against
I-
himself.
I've never seen a black person who gets so angry at the and I noticed that too, and I kind of wonder what that comes from when I see that. Like, you know what I mean? I wonder where that comes from, because, like, I think that, like, there's such a need to want to include yourself in whatever the dominant culture of your group is. So, like, you start kind of what do they call it? Compartmentalizing
Mhm.
and, like, breaking apart. Like, okay, it's not black that's being analyzed. It's ghetto. It's not black. It's uneducated. It's not black. It's violent thugs. When in reality, the other people who are Caucasian who are making the same points are clumping you in that group. You're right along with them. Like, when they talk about, dirty N-words, they're not sitting there saying dirty N-words, except you, buddy. We love you.
You're chill.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're chill, man. Everyone except you, every single one in the world except you is the same inherently by DNA. You're chill. You're cool. And I don't get that. Like, it's so crazy. It's the same thing when I see women who are like against birthrights and stuff. I'm like, what are you gonna
Why are
do?
you taking your own rights away from yourself?
It just feels like there are certain people I shouldn't have to have this conversation with, guy. Like, you feel like I should not have to have this conversation on why we shouldn't force people to do things they don't want to do with their body, with a woman. Maybe I'm crazy.
I'm just more... My stance on all of this is like, it's not my life. I don't care what you do.
Yeah, that's kind of what I hold
100%.
too as a value. It's like...
You're gay? Okay.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah.
Did you
I
see
don't
they
care.
just tried to repeal gay marriage and
I
it got
did see
shut
that.
down?
I think so,
It
yeah.
got
They-
shut down quick.
Well, it's like, again, like, I ask people, like, break down for me how in any capacity two dudes in a different country, I'll get political, I don't really care. Like, it's kind of like the New York City mayoral race. Like, I have seen, dude, Zoran Mamdani being elected has shown me so many people that I'm close with who are violently racist. And it is so crazy. Like, dude, how are you not embarrassed as a like, you want to talk about his politics, do you want to talk about socialism? That's fine. Like, you're allowed to. You're allowed to have a strong opinion about it. But, like, we're going to post slurs. We're going to be like, he did 9/11. He was 11. He was, like, 10 years old. He was 11 years old when 9/11 happened. Like, how are you not embarrassed? You're a grown-ass man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would be so embarrassed if a white person got elected in my town or like if a white person got elected where my dad lives and one of my uncles posted something about like with slurs or like used the word cracker. I'd be like, dude, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, like, are we for real? We're grown-ass adults here, and this is what we're down to?
Yeah, I don't understand it most of the time, or actually all the time, because it's kind of just like, it literally has nothing to do with you. The whole point is it's not your category. That's like the whole reason.
You know what I've noticed, though? I feel like Muslims are so demonized in our culture.
Me and Blaise were sort of talking about this last night where we were like, there's a few races that people just do not care if they get made fun of. And
Dude.
It's like Muslims and Indians and Jewish people.
I was going to say Jewish people get it really bad.
They all get made fun of and, like, looked down upon, and it's like no one cares. or
Like,
something.
at all. It's really crazy.
It's kind of crazy. Like, there are other races where it's like if you were to say
Those three I notice a lot.
those three are the big ones for me. And it's like other races, if you say anything, it's like you're a horrible person, which you are. But those three you get passes for, like, why? What's up with that?
No, dude, it's like, think of any Call of Duty game. Who's the bad guy? He's probably wearing a turban.
Which is fucked up because
Like,
they got some great dances too. Like, and I don't think
they
we
have such
respect
rich
them.
cultures. I agree.
I don't.
Yeah.
Bro. Some of the Indian dances I wish I could do. They look so fun.
And their celebrations and
Yeah.
their, like, garb and stuff
Yeah,
is so
dude,
cool.
they look so fun to do. I wish I could hit that.
You should try.
I know. I should maybe put me up to some Just Dance or something.
And
like that.
everyone, when Zoran was eating, like, the rice with his fingers, is like, they're so uncivilized. And it's like, bro, our national holiday for independence, we eat hot dogs and hamburgers.
Yeah.
We eat hand foods. Our, like our number one, like...
But they got a bun though.
But there's bread on it. But there's bread on it. It's different. There's bread. It's not just meat. It's meat and bread. Okay. Word. No, it's just crazy to me. No, I agree completely. And that kind of feeds into another question I have here. Like, typically, I looked up some stats. Vermont, 100%. And forgive me, I forget if this was, I didn't write it down, if it was a 20 or 30 year figure, but it was a few decades, has voted Democrat 100% of the time in the last several presidential elections. Even like, and there hasn't been very many presidents to even visit here. Donald Trump, I think, took one visit like a long time ago. Who was it? Oh, it was John blanking. There was someone recently. And then the one.
Oh, it was
and the one before
the vice president, our current vice president, was in Vermont a few months ago, last year.
Was it Vance?
Yeah, JD Vance was.
Okay,
in
he
Sugar Bush.
came. Oh, okay. And then there was someone else who came like a long time ago, like FDR or something like that.
Mhm.
I probably
Oh,
not
yeah.
FDR, but like
I know
ago.
what you mean. My teacher told me about the story of the last time a president candidate came to their high school, and it was a while ago.
And I think that might be because they kind of already assume that Vermont's going to go liberal, so there's no reason to really put the time into going out there.
I think that's I think it's a pretty fair assumption, yeah.
I don't think there is a point to coming out here as a, like...
As a Republican candidate?
As either candidate.
Because
you know what way it's going to go. And it's like...
It's not even because, I don't think it's because there's like no, like I don't think it's because the Vermonters' minds are so set. I feel like it's just because it's like the culture in Vermont is just a very Democrat-based, like liberal-based culture where it's like kindness and things like that over everything else. And so I feel like that's mainly a Democrat and liberal stance on things. So
I was just gonna ask that actually. I was gonna say that it's earlier I said how Vermont is very stereotyped, like the type of people, like every other state has ideas of how Vermont should be, and it's perceived as very liberal. And I was gonna say that was my question: was do you notice in your personal life, or do you think it's a very liberal place compared to other states?
I think in the places where the town is liberal, it's very obvious, but I think there's also very deep pockets of like the right kind of thing.
Because I notice a good bit of political and social diversity here on campus.
Campus is a very separate space compared to
there's also many
yeah.
different people from different places, but I mean even amongst Vermonters.
Well, for me personally, I don't think I'm the best to speak on this because I'm from Montpelier. Yeah, so I basically be dapping up Bernie every time I go to my bagel shop.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, I did see him this summer. That's actually bad. The stereotype is true.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I did see him this summer. I was like, what up, Bernie? Even though I was like, why aren't you in D.C., bro? Fuck on.
I had a picture with Bernie when I was a kid. I think I was holding a pizza box sign for him. It was pretty low. This was pre-mittens though, so this was when he was OG.
This was pre-mittens.
Well, Bernie's been in Vermont since like the 70s. He was basically the Zoran Mamdani of Burlington.
Yeah.
Was it really controversial when he started?
No, not even a little bit.
I don't know if we can call him Zoran, dude.
Well, like ideas wise.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna sound crazy. I thought it was bananas that Cuomo still managed to get like.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, who's voting for this
dude?
Guy?
Even I like what's his name? Sliwa. I really like Sliwa.
He was funny, bro.
He was funny.
I was not paying attention.
Horrible mayor.
Yeah, bro.
Terrible
he was
mayor.
so funny. I don't even know what he was talking about half the time.
He got shot a few times, and
that's the only part I remember.
He ever talks, he has to mention one of the times he's mentioned.
Yeah.
To be fair, if I had 4 assassination attempts on me,
I'd be bringing that up all the time.
I would.
Every time some guy tries to cuff me at the grocery store, I've had 4 assassination attempts.
Get behind me.
Right after the election, I got a video from like Sliwa from like 7 or 8 years ago, and it was about how he got shot he got shot before, and I was like, this guy's been talking about it forever, and he was still wearing the red beret, and
he's been wearing that.
He didn't have any gray hair in this video, so like he's been doing it forever.
The beret is that's a thing that he does. That's like his main thing, the guardian angels. Mm-hmm. And back when New York City, like, my dad lives in Brooklyn, and New York City used to be bad. Like, people think it's bad now. New York City is so much better than it was. And they've washed off so much graffiti. It used to be insanity. The whole city was graffitied. The whole city was, like, tagged. And, like, there was so much violence. So, I could be wrong, but he started an organization called the Guardian Angels with, I think, his then wife. And basically, like, they went around and they would sit in on
subway trains.
Subway trains and, like, different public buses and stuff. And if someone pulled a weapon or tried to mug them, they would just fight them. they would be like, yeah, no, you're not doing this.
So they got a League of Batmen in New York
Yes.
City.
Because that's
Yes.
kind of fire.
That's
well,
kinda
at a certain point, like when your city's in shambles and it's turning into fucking Gotham, like, and the cops are just kind of chilling out, the NYPD's just vibing and eating. I don't want to go that. I was gonna say eating donuts. I won't be a dick. I'll try not to be a dick because I do support police officers
and donuts.
But I do support police officers and donuts. But when they're just chilling, like, I'd be pissed too. I'd fucking do something.
I think graffiti is kind of used. I think you should take it as a sign that there needs to be more art in your city, though.
It's expanded, though. I just pulled up an overview, and it says that now they're in over a dozen cities or 100 cities and a dozen countries.
They're still active?
Oh, in over a dozen countries and 100 cities.
That's
but
cool.
they're non-weapon based, so
they're just just fist swinging if they see something happen.
I guess. Or
Me personally, if I was a guardian angel, I'd have a musket on with me.
a blunderbuss.
Yeah,
dude,
I would.
I mean, if you're gonna be weaponless, you might as well. Like,
You're
what
gonna
are you
see
doing?
me walking around with it
Sir,
on my
please
back.
stop mugging the. Please stop mugging the train car. Can you please stop?
No, because if you get in a bare knuckle boxing fight with a thug, that is kind of baller, though.
That is kind of baller.
Yeah, but I imagine they traveled in packs. Like they did patrols.
Jumping thugs.
They are jumping thugs. Good. When your whole city's Gotham and you can't go down the street without getting mugged, you got to do something. Like, and like you said, I don't think I don't know. Like, it's just hard. I don't like to comment because I don't like when people comment on Mamdani because I've never seen so many people ever get so involved with the New York City mayoral race until it was a Muslim. No one ever cared. These people are never going to visit New York City.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They're just mad.
Yeah, there are people I've seen around campus bring it up, and it's like, I asked them, hey, when's the last time you went to New York City? They're like, I haven't gone yet. Bro.
I like talking about politics, so I'm a little bit more involved with.
I do too.
Like,
I try to steer clear, but I knew with you two I could get into it and you wouldn't get mad. I
I
have some guests that come on and I know I'm not going to touch any of it.
I enjoy it, so I like
I agree.
kind of following it, and so I've seen Mamdani's. I know a lot more of Mamdani's policies than the normal person.
I like a lot of them.
I like a lot of them. There's a few I would definitely not support as much, but I think
understand the state grocery stores. Maybe that's just me being uneducated, but I don't really understand how that's gonna improve the city.
They don't. In my opinion, I think they're kind of one of his worst ideas, but I don't think it hurts. I think it's just like
A piss of money.
I think it's just like grocery stores are already a very low like revenue. What's the word? I should know this. Jody's gonna get mad at me. Profit margin. They're already a low profit margin business, so like how much more can the government really like lower it? And then also the rent freezes has been tried in other cities in like Europe. I think I can't remember the specific one, but I think it was more of like it might have been near Turkey, but it's been tried in some other city in Europe, and it just
doesn't work very well most of the time.
Okay, well, I just pulled it up, and for the grocery stores, there's gonna the proposal is 5 city-owned grocery stores, 1 in each borough, which to be fair is nothing. There's millions of people in each borough.
Yeah.
But
are they normal grocery stores? Or are they gonna be like super?
But the difference would be that they wouldn't have property taxes or certain operation taxes. So they'd be taxed or waived of certain taxes, and they would purchase food at like wholesale prices. So it would reduce the cost to people, which would probably again cost the government more. But again, I'm gonna sound crazy. I'm in such support of taxing rich people more.
Me too.
I think
the grocery store idea. I don't think it's a bad idea, and I'm down to try it. It's just like I don't
piss
think
too much money into it.
I just don't think it's the like. I don't think it's an important avenue compared to just like making rich people pay their share comparatively.
Yeah, and that's the thing that makes me mad is we refer to it. Yeah, I saw a clip by Trevor Noah the other day, and like, you can't tax certain people on shares of companies because technically you don't have it.
I've seen this clip.
Yeah, and then Elon Musk bought, I think, Twitter and turned it into X. and then could put the shares up as collateral. But it's like, how are you legally allowed to use things that you own as collateral to purchase one of the biggest social media platforms in the world, but we can't tax you on it? Like, to me, this just seems fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't tax you on something because you don't own it, but you can buy things with it.
Mm-hmm.
To
Elon
me...
Musk is his own can of worms, though, to be fair.
What?
Elon Musk, I think Elon Musk is doing some shady stuff with his money already.
Oh, 100%.
Have
Dude,
you
and the
seen
sky
his
is
new...
blue, bro. 100%.
Have you seen his new... he's making, like, Twitter or Tesla pay him $1 trillion to stay for the company.
What do you mean?
It's like basically the Tesla shareholders are like, this company is nothing without Elon Musk, so we need to do whatever we can to keep him. And he's like, I'll stay for $1 trillion. But
there's no way they're paying that?
But supposedly, but there's no money to pay him with because he's already taken $300 billion like last year, and that's more money than Tesla has made in its entire lifetime. So I don't know where this trillion is coming from, but
Just trust.
You know what, good for him for getting that bag, I guess, but like, can we tax that or what? Like, that is dead ass like 1/30 of the entire US's debt.
That's crazy. And these are things we definitely should be thinking about as people that are going into business.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask you, Blaise. What
Yeah.
is your concentration again?
I don't have a concentration, but I think after college I want to do something with financial analytics.
Okay, so these are definitely valid things we need to we should be thinking about. It's crazy. What, do you know, like, kind of where or like what realm in financial analytics? Because financial analytics applies to everything.
No, yeah. I kind of always liked looking at tech companies just because I feel like...
Oh, so this directly applies to you. Okay, this will directly apply.
Okay, but yeah, I liked tech companies just because I feel like there's always growth in new technology, obviously, and I think it's just a good, stable... Is market the right word? Good, stable market for that kind of job.
That is the right word.
Okay. So, like, job security.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things, man. That's what I think about a lot. I'm kind of nervous because, like, especially in business, like, by the time we graduate, it's gonna look so different.
It's gonna
with
be
AI.
so much different.
I'll put your mind to rest. You don't need to be that worried about it. Looking at the finances of all these tech companies, they don't make any money. Or, like, for the AI specifically ones, they don't make any money. So I don't know how long they're actually going to be, like, stable. Because if you look up, like, where each one of their finances going, it's, like, basically Microsoft pays ChatGPT, ChatGPT pays NVIDIA, NVIDIA pays Microsoft, and it's, like, just a loop. And, I mean, call me crazy. Dare I say it's a bubble? So,
A bubble?
It's I mean, it's basically a loop of no money being made, but money getting poured into it. And
Did you
so
see I think the CEO of NVIDIA said there's no AI bubble and we're not in one.
well, he has to say that.
He has to.
He's selling
But, like,
shovels to gold miners. He has to say there's gold.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Like,
They selling shovels to gold miners.
yo, you can quote me on that.
That's crazy, dude. No, I've seen the graphic you're talking about.
Yeah, it's
where
insane.
It's like the there's no way. I'm just trying to pull it up so I could see his quote. Who even owns NVIDIA?
well, it's technically a, what's the word?
It's on the stock market, so it's technically everyone,
Okay.
but
Oh, how much is
like if you
a
invest in
share?
it,
Do you know right now?
way so insane. It's actually insane.
Is it a few hundred?
More than that.
Pull this up,
Maybe.
Jamie.
Yeah,
pull that up.
Jamie, pull this up.
Jamie, pull this up. Yo, fun fact: this boy Jamie makes like it's worth like $7 million now.
Really? Just for pulling up images?
Dude, he makes
Maybe I'm
so
missing,
young
but-
Jamie makes so much money on Joe Rogan. Oh my god, when I could be wrong, but when Rogan got like his few $100 million deal, this guy Jamie got like a $3 million bonus.
That's crazy.
He makes so much money.
That's a good gig.
It's
And
a
video-
To
phenomenal
listen to
gig.
great people all the time, pull up images, and
Nvidia's at $200
Oh my
per
God.
share.
Damn, $200
But
a
I
share.
think that's after, what's it called? Like making each share worth less, but like dividing up how many you have. It's kind of confusing how this works, but a company can divide their shares into multiple pieces, and so you still have the same amount, but like people can buy a single share at a lower value, and I think they did that.
Oh,
what does
okay.
that do for the company?
Yeah,
It just makes more people feel like they're able to invest.
it's probably good for publicity too.
Because I
like-
mean, when you weren't able to buy like half a share or like 0.5 of a share, you'd have to buy the full thing. If your share was like $200, like some people just couldn't be able to buy that.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you can just buy like a quarter of a share, it's not really a big deal anymore.
Well, what was even the point of owning a quarter of a share? Do you just make a quarter of the return?
Well, it's more just like if you having your money in shares is like probably a good thing, depending on what you put it in. But
Because you can't be taxed on it, but you could still put it up for
'Cause you can't be
collateral.
taxed on it.
But you could still put it up for
Nvidia
collateral.
is up 1.3,000%
Damn.
in the past 5 years. So in 2020, it was $13 a share.
They're doing well. They're doing phenomenal.
Dude, that's actually
2020 was $13 a share, and now it's 200.
That's so disappointing to hear that I could have potentially absolutely been out of here with money if
And
I knew what I was
imagine
doing.
how many in 4 years we'll be talking about that
No,
are up,
for real.
and we'll be like back in 2025. We fucked up.
Yeah, it was only
We should-
$200.
We should have put in. We should have put into Dogecoin. It's
Well,
over.
I mean, you can hindsight's 2020. So
100%.
It's like, yeah, when I was 1 year old, I should have bought Bitcoin, but like,
Word.
how was I supposed to know?
Dude. Okay, we have about 10 to 15 minutes left, but I do have another question I wanted to ask you guys.
Yeah.
About Vermont. Vermont is, I mean, the number exactly changes by source, but it's like consistently in the top 5 to 6 most forested states by percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking back to what Ben said earlier about like the harsh environmental laws, and you can't really deforest certain areas to build houses for people and stuff. And like, I don't know, do you guys like, how do you notice that all that plays into the culture? Because like with Hawaii, it definitely did. Their appreciation for nature, and like, you know, I noticed that here in Vermont, fishing, hiking, hunting are such prominent hobbies.
Mhm.
And especially snowboarding and skiing here
yeah,
is so I mean, I'm from near Whiteface in New York. I don't know if you know what Whiteface is, right?
I think so.
Mm.
I'll just say a lot of
just the thing I do every day. But
oh you do ski? You ski?
no,
He was not talking about that.
Okay. Word. I didn't. All right, this guy parties hard. I didn't realize what you meant by that. My bad.
I'm like the reverse Tony Stark. What's the actor's name?
Robert Downey Jr.
I'm the reverse Robert Downey Jr. in what was that movie?
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic
Oh,
Thunder.
I watched that movie. It was absolutely insane.
You're black, but you're secretly white.
How are you gonna know?
Oh, I thought that was a reference. My bad.
No, no.
Dude,
When it rains, it snows. Bobby would get that.
Big ups, Bobby.
big ups. But yeah, as Vermonters, how do you guys feel about that? Do you notice that, or is it kind of just like a thing?
I noticed that a lot of people who own large amounts of land seem to have giant lawns and like a lot of grass area, but it seems like a lot of people who want to build land aren't really super allowed just because actually I don't really know why, but it seems like a lot of people who want to move to Vermont and build a house in like a rural area, they can't really do it easy just because of how the laws are for building and deforestation and stuff.
And do you notice that that's like social too, or just legal? Like, is it more just
No,
a talking point?
so it's more. I know a little bit about this better because it's a very big problem in Montpelier. It's more like people want to build houses. They buy a plot of land. They go, all right, I'm gonna build a house on here. The city goes, all right, bet, and then 47 different people that all live in the area sue their ass for environmental reasons because we have a lot of
Damn.
laws, and it's basically like they're just trying to keep them in court until they can't afford to build this house anymore because they want to keep their housing prices high, or they want to make sure their pristine view is still pristine, and it's just like it's so frustrating.
What's the point in that though? Because it doesn't reduce the quality of their housing. Like, you know what I mean?
If there's, supply and demand, the less houses, the price is going to go up.
Oh, the people who own that want to make more money off selling it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant the homeowners. That was confusing me. I was gonna say, what is the practical use of that maneuver?
Yeah, so the people that already own homes don't want more homes built.
And it's like, but we have homeless people, man. Like, just build some houses.
No, I agree. And I think it's just, that seems like common sense that would just be better for your local economy. Like, just to have
It's definitely better for your local economy. It's definitely, I think the issue is that, I don't think this is a Vermont specific issue, but I think one of the issues is that, like, your net worth is kind of tied to your house, which isn't, this is going to kind of sound like a crazy idea. That doesn't have to be the case. Like, you don't have to put $400,000 into your house and have it as like an investment for your future. You can have, like, some other places. Call me a Japan head, but Japan doesn't have very expensive houses because they don't see it as like a valuable thing. It's just like something that everyone should have.
Yeah, but don't they also have like really, like, isn't a lot of their apartments and houses super small?
In Tokyo, in like the major
But
cities,
not in rural areas.
but not in rural
Okay, that's
areas,
an urban
no.
issue.
Yeah, that's more of an urban issue. And they have a big, like, make new buildings for your specific purpose culture there. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like people will tear down and rebuild houses so often in Japan. So that might also be a big part of it. And they have better, we're getting on Japan again. They have better zoning laws and things like that. I'm a big believer in we should take everything every other country is doing well and just steal that.
Dude, I agree. I mean, if something's, it's just hard for us because you gotta remember, like, we have such a big 300 million people in the U.S. We really can't apply so many of those policies.
Well, I think perfection is the enemy of getting things done. Like, eventually we're just gonna have to try something, and like if we're trying to find the perfect response,
There's
like
a lot more people in Japan than I thought.
Tokyo's the most populated city in the world.
Dude, there's 123-ish million people.
Yeah, like,
so they're not that much. They're a third of us, but that's not that much smaller.
Yeah.
It's
Plus,
a third of us
obviously,
with
it's much
the
smaller.
size of basically like
Yeah.
the East Coast.
That's so crazy
Yeah.
for their size. I'm thinking about like how
Yeah.
they're so.
So like people will be like, we have a big population, and it's like, yeah, China has like triple our population, and they're doing much better than us, like culturally wise. So it's like, I hate when people are like, we can't make this change because it, like, what if it hurts like some people? And it's like, we just need to try something at a certain point.
I agree. Something that doesn't involve, just getting rid of black people or gay people.
No, let's keep everyone. I think the U.S. is like the greatest example of diversity in the world. Like, anyone can be an American.
100%.
Why can't we just then also take every other country's ideas and make our country the GOAT?
It's a good point. I mean, I agree. Like, And then the thing is, like, if we try some policies, we don't need to put it nationwide. You can try them in certain areas. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah, you also don't need to keep them. Like, we can...
Don't put $1 billion into it off launch. That might be a bad idea. That might be a bad idea. Like, phase in.
Exactly. And it's like, a lot of our issues are just like, at a certain point, they're just like, people want to make as much money as they possibly can, and that involves taking it from as many people as they can. And it's like, at a certain point, we just got to start taxing the rich.
I think that's a capitalistic system, though. It rewards greed. And I think that we, like, again, like, and it's so crazy to me because, like, I'm not going to name drop, but, like, I have people who I know who, like, aren't in my family, but I know them well.
Mm-hmm.
And they, like, the way they do it is, like, they'll make charitable donations to their buddy's business. And this guy owns, like, a construction business. And then 6 months later, before the end of the year, buddy sends a charitable donation back. And they both get that tax write-off.
Yeah.
But in real life, they both just gave each other back a similar amount of money. So I don't know if they can do the same exact amount. I don't know the laws. But worst case, one of them lost a few hundred, and they both just got several thousand off their taxes.
Well, that's why we need
we
need a more funded IRS, which I know
Sounds pretty bad.
Sounds pretty bad for us, but the IRS basically is only funded enough to go after poor people that fucked up their taxes.
I agree.
And
that is a
and
good
so
point.
it's like, if we fund the IRS, they can actually pull Wolf of Wall Street type like interventions, and actually like stop these rich
genuine
people.
Difference.
Yeah, make a genuine difference. Stop these rich people from just like
abusing
avoiding
the
their
system.
taxes. Yeah, exactly. I think it's a Warren Buffett quote where he said he pays less taxes than his what's it called? The person that sits at the desk for meetings and stuff. Secretary. He pays less taxes than his secretary. And it's like, this guy's a multi-billionaire. How is he paying less taxes than the person that picks up the phone for him?
And I agree. Like, the thing people don't understand is, like, if you do the math, like, a lot of the percentages that are being proposed to up their taxes, it would be the equivalent of, like, a few, like, for them, it would be the equivalent of a few extra $100 for us. So, like, for us, if we lost a few extra $100 a year, I mean, it would suck, but it wouldn't really make a difference to our quality of life. If they gave a few extra, like, literally tens of millions of dollars, it sounds like so much because it's tens of millions of dollars to us. Mm-hmm. But, like, you go to, like, Harvard or Yale and talk to a lot of, like, the kids who are legacies.
They'll be like, yeah, I took a private jet to Greece because I wanted a good euro.
Yeah, like, literally, like, and it's no difference. And I tell these people, like, some of these problems are man-made. These are man-made issues. These, like, the fact we're having these issues is ridiculous.
Well, we can also just look at the past and see that, like, in the 70s, before Reagan, we didn't have these issues because we taxed the ultra-wealthy the way they should be taxed. And then Reagan was like, yeah, but I'm rich and I don't want to be taxed that much.
That sounds like people we have in the administration now.
What? That's crazy. You
mean a famous celebrity gets elected and he makes all his, like, big, rich and wealthy buddies?
I didn't realize the parallels you were pulling, but yeah. I still laugh so hard when I see the Donald Trump old WWE promos. They were good. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that being my president, but like,
or him being in Home Alone.
Yeah, he was in Home Alone too.
I think about that. You know the scene in Back to the Future? Have you ever watched Back to the Future?
Mm-hmm.
When Marty is like, I'm telling you, Doc, Reagan's the president. And he's like, Ronald Reagan? The Western actor? The cowboy. You're sitting here and telling me the cowboy is the president in 5 years. You're a liar. I genuinely feel like that's how people would feel if you would have went back and told them, like, yeah, that guy who just got RKO'd into that bus, that's the president in 15 years. That kid who just told Kevin McAllister where the dining hall is, that's the president in 40 years.
Mm-hmm. I think the worst part is that Vince McMahon's wife is the, like, education.
Oh, my God. Is she the one who talked about A1? The A1.
Yes.
Yeah.
A1, because she didn't know it was AI, so
Yeah.
she was like, "Yeah, we're gonna put A1 in the
A1
classroom."
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Good steak sauce. Love the steak
Yeah.
sauce. Good A1.
I love punching Superman again and again.
A1.
I just.
Oh, that's a great reference, Dom. I'm sad you didn't get it.
I didn't get it. I'm so sorry,
You
bro.
didn't watch the new Superman movie?
No, I didn't, bro. I want to soon, though. I want
It's
to
so
soon, though.
good.
I've
If
been-
you saw that movie, you would have been like, "That's a great reference."
I saw that movie. It was a great reference. But I got a glazed band. That's literally my job.
Dude, I haven't seen.
He's
Is
my
that
little
why?
cherub.
Should I put this as when I post this? Should I label this as the Ben Kelly and his sidekick?
No. Put it as
Episode?
Ben Kelly and his little cherub.
And then
Yep.
it is. Oh, come on! Don't do that to him. And his little baby boy, Blaise Weiss.
Yeah. I
Blaise
already
don't know
know.
what a cherub is, so I get to get away with that.
Dude, I don't.
I don't,
know
you're
this. I'm pulling it up before we stop the episode. Before I read.
Yeah,
it.
because I want to be able to get mad at you on air if I have to.
A beautiful, innocent-looking child.
Oh, yes! Yes!
No, dude, that's
Yeah, I'm
facts.
greenlighting that. You can
Oh.
call it that.
A winged angelic being is the other one. So baby, infant, little one. You take that how you want it. Any of those. Oh, okay. 1 second. This has been Dominici Lapierre, Ben Kelly, and Blaize Weiss for episode 3 of D3, Dominici's Discussions and Debates. Your source of discourse, discord, and everything in between. Please consider checking out our Instagram account at D3 Radio and Podcast. All lowercase using the number 3, not the word. Also, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel for exclusive interviews and access to the pilot episodes. They should be posted within the next day or two now. Our YouTube username is Dominici's Discussions and Debates. Our handle is D3 Radio and Podcast. That's D-3 with a capital R and capital R in radio and capital P in podcast. The links to each of those are in the bios of the other and vice versa. We air both live and pre-taped episodes via the platform TuneIn Sports and Radio. We typically air 2 p.m. on Tuesdays and 5 p.m. on Thursdays, although our schedule this week is going to fluctuate due to wrestling commitments. Thursday's episode is rescheduled for tomorrow at 2 p.m., 2 to 3 p.m., and we can all use that time to support the Castleton wrestling team during the battle for Green Mountain State versus Norwich University. Exhibitions start at 6, and the varsity duel begins at 7 p.m. in Glenbrook Gymnasium on the VTSU Castleton campus. Thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see you guys all again very soon. And bye, Mom.
He kind of